Oh, excellent.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is a little close. Yep.
That's fine. It's all an experiment. It's just, it's gonna,
is.
this is really cool. See the whole thing and you don't have to go plumbing up and. Oh, God.
Sure.
No worries.
Awesome. Is this? This isn't. Yeah, is it? Oh, wow.
The tablet does the Zoom for us, and so we just post it up there. And then, yeah, the cameras, I think it's a little too high def. I would like it a little more.
Well, part of that could be the TV. Hey.
Not much.
Part of it could be the TV too. My dad's nice. Inviting each other.
TV.
Yeah, only if I'm here.
The other one.
This is the same theory.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's okay. It's mounted.
It's 2 weeks ago.
No.
No.
You actually were like, oh, no, sorry. You were life size.
Yes.
You were life size. So we might just right now.
Yeah, you just mounted the old one. So switch out.
It looks new because there's no base on it. Oh, that's not.
Or I was thinking you could take a newer one, put that up there to the owl.
For free. Nice to meet you. Oddly, the owl works great at the gym at the elementary school or upstairs, just not in this room.
Before I call up the order, do we just want to go around if there are names for anyone who wasn't here or if we forgot? I'm Haley, I'm the town administrator.
I'm Mary Jo Johnson. I'm the rep from the Council on Aging.
Kelly Searcy, community member.
Gabe Tatum, Chief of Police in Amherst.
Must make these something else like we're going.
Excellent. So with that, I can call us to order at 4:02. The first item of business is just to review the agenda. So we're going. Oh, yeah.
I think somebody's just waiting for it. Oh, I said Maddie because I'm.
Yeah, it's kind of funky. So like this conference room is its own thing, but then my account, my hosting account, which is also a participant. No one else.
Sorry.
No worries. So yeah, we'll review. So we're gonna discuss the police study survey. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get current calls, so I'm gonna postpone that until our next meeting. Then we're gonna enter into executive session to review the resumes and interview questions. And Tom, since you're our only public person here, do you have a public comment you want to make?
Oh, thanks. No, I was just.
Okay.
Watch.
Okay, cool. So everyone has a packet. And in that packet is just a summary of the police study group. Tried to distill it down into.
We didn't use the AI when we did the.
No, but.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Yeah, so I'll, just for anyone watching, so the key findings of the police study group, number one, there was community sentiment on department structure. So there are some different models that were explored, like a shared chief, contracted services, state police, regionalization, and then an autonomous independent police office like we currently have. I think some of the highlights for me, you know, the report talks about cost savings, talks about flexible coverage, a little streamlining of administrative responsibilities. And in terms of our current police department, being able to retain officers, you know, the community knows its officers, those were some pretty strong strengths. Hey, John. And then, you know, again, cons, just generally anything. I got you the chair.
Big chair for the-
Comfortable one.
I got a cold. I'm gonna sit over.
Oh,
there.
okay.
I'm coughing a lot.
Oh, are you? Here,
Yes.
take this with you.
And I didn't want to.
We appreciate that. So cons included, you know, little loss of autonomy. You having to share services, share budget, share equipment, and losing a little bit of accountability there, and people not being as familiar with the police department. The survey talked about community needs and expectations. Our current structure is the police chief, 2 full-time officers and part-time officers. And in 2020, there were 407 calls. It's about 1.1 calls per day. And most of which are crime prevention and motor vehicle traffic. Speeding is a pretty significant portion of their call volume. And most survey respondents found it acceptable to have coverage from 7 AM to 11 PM. You know, the community was really, so for people. Response to emergency calls, that was a pretty high percentage point for most people, marking that as very important or important. Response to complaints, building relationships with community and traffic control, those were the 4 most talked about needs. And then there's a little bit of a pros and cons for alternate structures. But then at the very end, for the conclusion, it talks about how 63% of those who responded, which was about 315 people, opted to make no changes to the current structure of the police department.
That was households, because we didn't do it.
Households, oh, okay, so 60% of 350 households. Out of 800, yeah, so that's a statistically, I think that's like 20%.
Yeah,
Of households.
we were told it was a really good response rate.
No, that wasn't a big information dump, but if there's anything that stands out to folks.
Appreciate being able to use it. After the work.
Score question, how was that survey distributed?
So it was very controlled. We did it in paper, mailed to each house. Each survey was numbered. We were tallying them, anything that had the same number twice to survey the cost. Both were tossed. So there, it was meant to be that way, so it couldn't be manipulated by someone who wanted to photocopy it and set it a couple times. And it was all put in the spreadsheet, and then we tallied it up. We used a Google form for the spreadsheet for the answers. So people sat here and did the answers, but I typed up the longer ones that had the essays that came with the comments, because we had people if they wanted to do, you know, comments, right? And some people were very prolific in their comments. And I handled and I typed in all of those, but we had 6 or 7 people here over the course of maybe 10 hours. Putting each response in so that we could pull out the data. Use the spreadsheet to pull the answers.
Nicely done.
And as I remember, I was also on the committee. A lot of the responses were detailed
Very,
and positive.
it was all anonymous too.
Yeah,
completely.
so it gave us the impression that people in Tewksbury really cared about policing, cared about the police department, had positive impressions, and were really ready to participate and engage. Kind of encouraging.
Yeah, so if it, I think I did a little survey, tight survey, numbered, and.
I'll give you a call.
There were some that need surveys.
We didn't want manipulation of data, and we didn't want, and anonymity does help when people they felt. There's definitely people that were passionate in another way, you could tell by their handwriting,
Yeah.
and the depth in which they were pressing on that page, yeah, it told you a lot, so, it was a good survey, I think it was one of the better ones the town has done.
I thought I was impressed. Don't just live.
Kind of question over there.
Oh, yes.
It only occurred to me because it got brought up. Were there any that you had to discard?
Yes, there was 7, so 14 we had to discard because they were duplicated, and we also chose the color of paper that was not readily available. So there's multiple levels.
So I think for me, it says that what candidates want to be looking at are people who are really community focused. And particularly going to be focused on traffic, education, enforcement. Building those relationships, you know, we do have a fairly substantial senior population in town. Being here. So those things are, what I think are important qualities is somebody who can understand the different age groups within a community and how those needs are gonna be different.
And the focus too, partly is the community policing, which goes with that, and the kids, and. Knowing that you're just going into someone's home.
And I think to Gabe's point at the last meeting too, is somebody who can understand the financials and the administrative part, because we are so short-staffed, or like, I don't know if I want to say short-staffed, but we are a very small department. Yes. That's really handy, now you don't feel so full.
You know, if it or something. Technology.
So if folks want, I can go and follow it to executive. We feel like we. A broad stroke picture. of data.
I think we have our signs.
Scratch out any sections.
Oh, it's on.
So for the folks at home and for Tom in the audience, at this point, we are gonna go into executive session. Reason number 8, to consider interview applicants for employment or appointment by a preliminary screening committee if the chair declares that an open meeting will have a detrimental effect in obtaining qualified applicants. Provided, however, that this clause shall not apply to any meeting, including meetings of a preliminary screening committee to consider and interview applicants who have passed prior preliminary screening. So moved.
Could I make 3 quick comments?
Sure.
I've got, is the discussion of current calls?
No, I have to postpone that.
What did that mean?
Oh, just to kind of get an idea of what the current call volume is for the last year. Yeah. Just. to
And,
see.
number 2 was, would I be able to get a copy of that, survey that you're looking at?
It's
Okay, I saw ones over there.
Do you want the condensed version?
The condensed version? The other ones are on.
Oh, is it?
Look up, please, study her, but I was saying.
Okay. And, if there are participants on Zoom, is there a concern about not being able to see who's on Zoom for the people in the room? Because this screen doesn't display them.
There are different displays, and I have to admit, this is my first time using
Yeah.
it, so I can see the list of folks who are here,
Right.
and I just have to play along.
I think for the public, it's a nice interface to know, like, this is actually also there. And I guess number 4 is thank you all for being on this committee. Thank you. Wish you good work. See ya.
Thank you.
Do you mind closing the door?
No.
Thank you. All right, so let's.
Thanks for listening.
You have the ability to mute one side.
Oh, yeah, you can mute, you can invite, you can.
This is good.
I know, so it's funky. It had
It's
me
not
as an individual person, and then also conference.
That's true.
Yeah, and then there was a audience member.